And there is the address for Aroma Tea House, where you can find Eliza Lamb and all sorts of great teas. 7956 Granville Street in Vancouver. Give them a call. Find out what they've got. And here we are back on City Cooks. We have another guest with us today. It's Rick Ford from Raging Fork Consulting Limited.
Yes,
there we go. Want to get the whole thing in there. You're going to be cooking up some recipes for us.
Yeah, cooking with tea. Taking it out of the pot, putting it in the frying pan.
Who thought you could do that? I
thought
think
of
you
it.
could do that. Yeah, you thought of it. So what kind of teas are you going to be using for us today?
Today we're using the jasmine tea that you tasted earlier.
Yeah.
But this is the loose leaf jasmine tea,
So
which
we've
is
got that right here.
one of the top qualities of the tea. And you can tell by the white tips of the leaves here.
Yeah.
It's from the very, very tip of the tea plant.
And that's
so
a
the
good
very
thing?
most tender little teeny bit of the
best,
the bud,
tastiest
yeah.
part.
Yes,
As
that
it's
is
very woody
youngest,
close to the stem, yeah.
Okay.
And so what I've done is I've made a rub. And
So
if we think back a few years in the Cajun cooking, there was the blackened rub. Everything was blackened and they ate it.
Yeah.
Well, essentially taking a marinade without the marinade juice and making a
Without
dry
the
rub
liquid.
of it. Yes, exactly.
Okay. So you've got peppercorns here
Yeah.
and jasmine tea.
Yes.
And you've ground them together to
ground
make
that up, and the
that.
recipe is on the
That's right.
printout there.
Okay. And what have you done with that?
So what I did is I put it on the prawns, and I like to put it on overnight, so it just really soaks in there, because the sea is so delicate, the prawns are so delicate, and the black peppercorns give a nice spice to it. But I add the salt now.
Why now?
Before I cook, because if I put it in while it's marinating, it'll draw all the moisture out of the beautiful
okay.
prawns. And these are lovely
And those
Burma
are beautiful prawns.
Yeah, really nice big ones.
In China, do they normally cook with tea? Is that?
Yes, there's quite a lot of kinds of food. We have tea just like this one. This is
What is this here?
Tea egg.
It's a tea egg.
Tea egg. Yeah.
What exactly is a tea egg?
Yeah, this is an egg made with tea. We just use the tea and also the salt, and then make it for about 2 days. Then
So you've boiled the egg in tea, is that it?
Yes, we
I think we hard-boil the egg first,
boil it
Yeah.
first.
and then crack it, the
Yeah.
shell, and then immerse it in very, very strong tea so that it gets the... I peeled one for you so you can have a look at it there.
Yeah, you
Okay.
can
A
marble
there's
effect.
So you
marble
crack it, but
effect.
you don't take the
Don't take the shell off until you're ready
so
to
you
eat
get
it.
this nice effect on there.
Yeah.
Yes.
And is that widely eaten in China?
We have it we can have this kind of tea egg with the tea, and then since it's not a very salty one or very,
Wow.
yeah, very,
Okay.
Very
taste.
traditional.
Well, you're going to cook up the prawns, but we have something else to
To
go
our
with the
noodles.
prawns as
Those
well, right?
expensive tea goes into making noodles as well.
Yeah, this is poor needle.
Well, it's good. Well, you don't want to use up too much of that expensive tea, though, but you made noodles with it. And how is that? You just use the liquid? Do you steep it and use the
Oh,
liquid?
this is a friend of mine. He has a noodle. He is the noodle manufacturer, and then
Yeah.
he prepared the poor noodle for me. He used the poor tea instead of water, and then to make the tea.
Oh.
Yeah.
Just like a spinach noodle.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's
What a neat
colorful, it
idea.
looks like spinach, but it's not going to taste like a cup of tea when you're eating it.
No, but
or
does it
drinking
have any of the benefits?
It has
of...
all the benefits, just like spinach would. And it even looks healthy just looking at it.
Yes.
Yes, it does, doesn't it? It does look very nice. So how do we get started on our prawns?
So I've got a little bit of sesame oil here.
Okay.
And again, I'm just using, I have a non-stick frying pan, so I'm not really using the sesame oil to cook with. It's more just to give some nice flavor to it.
Okay.
And
Well, you're really going to crank that up again. That's the high heat. Do you often make recipes with the tea as well, Eliza?
Actually, I know some of them. I make it at home, but not for the
No?
the
So
others.
Simi, why don't
Yes.
you put the shallots in?
I would love to put the shallots in.
Okay. And I'm just going to give those a little,
What's the best tea to cook with, Eliza?
and some ginger.
Different kinds of the tea make different kinds of food. Just like in China, a part called
Well, what's your favorite?
Hangzhou. Yeah, they have used the dragon well green tea to make with the prawns.
Oh, really? Dragon Ball tea with the prawns.
Not dragon ball, dragon well. Kind of green
different
tea.
kinds. Sorry,
Yeah.
Dragon well?
Yeah.
Dragon well.
Now these prawns,
Wow.
I've seasoned them lightly.
The smell that came off of that when you put those in the pan.
Isn't that
was-
nice? The jasmine really comes out very nicely.
Did you lose a prawn there? Don't
Yeah,
worry, we'll put
off
that
we go.
aside. Somebody will eat that. Not to worry about that. Yeah.
It smells good.
It smells delicious. Now, are these recipes that you adapted, Rick, or
I just
you
made
experimented
this up
with
myself, absolutely. Just, you know, I challenged myself not to read recipes, but to try and create them.
That's a nice idea. But then how do you remember what you made?
Well, that way, when you do special dinners for people, everyone is one of a kind.
Yeah.
Just like a
But then don't
Iron
you ever
Chef.
go a year later like, geez, you know, I made that dish. It was so great.
I got a memory like an elephant.
Do you?
So instead of water, I took the prawn shells
Yeah.
and I boiled them a little bit and made a little bit of a prawn juice.
Yeah.
So it's just really easy to do at
Prawn
home.
juice.
So instead of like a little mini stock, just to
Right.
give the prawns some juice and some flavor. Something just to give a little texture. These are edamame beans.
love
They're the tofu
edamame.
beans.
Yeah.
So just for something exciting in there.
Those are so good. When you fry them up with salt and pepper. Oh,
And
And some
because of the
noodles.
black peppercorns that are in the sauce or in the rub, it adds a really nice spiciness to the whole dish without having to add, you know, a lot of hot peppers or anything.
this was a fast dish as well. I mean, I guess you just have to think ahead in terms of putting the dry rub on the prawns, right?
Exactly. And I would do 4 hours minimum
Yeah.
overnight if you can, because it just, you know, soaks into the prawns
Right.
and becomes nice.
Well,
You
look,
know,
at
they're
that's
very
almost
nice
done.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we will have the finished product and a few last words about Chinese tea with Eliza and Rick. So stay with us. We'll be right back. And here's our trivia question for today. How many times are jasmine flowers added to the Dragon Ball green tea? You could win a gift basket and gift certificate from Aroma Tea House if you know the answer. If you email us the right answer, citycooks@citytv.com. I remember that. That was a very lengthy process, wasn't it? Oh, I'm not going to give that one away this time. Rick, we're almost finished our prawns there.
I'm just going to put a little lime juice in it, Simi. A lot of times with pasta or different sauces, you want to have something acidic, especially
Yeah.
with some seafood. So instead of alcohol, I'm putting lime juice because it's very conducive
Some
to
people
Asian
might want
cooking.
the alcohol too, right?
Yeah, well, you can put white wine.
Okay, a little lime juice. And how do you finish this off? You put a few other things on top as well?
Yeah, I'm just going to go to the plate.
Oh, go to the plate. That's chef talk. And Eliza, you have one more
Yes,
tea that
we
we're
have
going to
one
talk
more
about as
kind
well,
of tea.
right?
This tea is called the monkey pig tea. Have you ever
Monkey pick tea. No, I can't say that I've heard of that one before. What is
This is
that?
a kind of oolong, and then
Yeah.
since in the past they say that the tea grow in a very high mountain, and then the people hard to get it, so
Yeah.
they train the monkey to pick up the tea leaves for them, and then make the
Therefore,
tea.
the name monkey pick tea.
Yeah, you can see this is the monkey pig oolong, and then this is the another kind of oolong. So you see, we can have quite a lot of kind of tea.
What makes it an oolong? Is it the type of leaf
type
that
of
it is?
leaves, yeah.
So this is is this a green oolong and this is a black oolong?
No, this is only the process. How long they make the tea, and this is break for not so long. This is longer time. That's why the
so
color
it's
is different.
fermented for longer
Yeah,
as
just
well.
like the deep fry and the.
You
turn it to
know,
brown
we
or-
could do every show about tea, and I don't think we'd ever learn everything there is to know about it. Have you found that it's been an interesting process, Rick, learning to cook with the tea? Or?
Well, I'm a chef. I love to be creative, and cooking with tea has just helped me go to places where I like to go.
Really? Well, this has been great, and I'm going to try this now because it has a most interesting sort of aroma coming from it. This has been great. Eliza, thank you so much
Thank
for
you
joining
very
us
much,
today.
Simi. Yeah.
People coming in learning all sorts of things about tea at the
Yeah, and
store.
then they know that tea is good for them.
Tea is good for you. That's right. Thank you, Rick. Thank you, Eliza. Thanks for joining
Thank
us,
you.
everybody. We'll
Thanks.
see you next time on City Cooks.